Welcome to DC Universe Online Friday Night Live. We will be continuing to explore episode 43. A lot of changes has happened. Before I jump on my main, I am just going to oh, oh, oops. She's in her civilian ID. Didn't recognize her out of costume. Because if you, in one of the earlier episodes, she had just got the new artifact, and I want to show viewers. Just hold on one second. I'm just jumping to my smartphone so I can monitor the chat through the stream this way. If I do that, so I can monitor the chat. All right. Chat is now being monitored. Ooh. All right, in LFG, they just said I like brownies, and all right, that just attracted my attention. I'm sorry. In my local store in Ogden, it's been hard to get supplies. Did she put something up for sale? I'll say I don't remember. All right, let's see. Did I mail her something? I mailed her something. And she already has that, but she'll take it. Okay. Now, let me go to her tank mode. She has the Manacles of Force. Right now, I'm currently leveling that to 80. It won't, it's just a good thing for some tanks to have. Her build is not a prime tank, but an off tank. Her job would be to handle the ads. I don't know if you remember the episode with Aquaman, Mera, Orm, their brother, and they introduced Merc, I believe. In the Throne raid, or one of the raids for that episode, the one where you first meet Merc, you need one tank to handle Merc, and then you have a whole bunch of ads, and the other tank needs to pull them over to separate them so that the group has a better chance at surviving. With Mercy and with the mystic symbols of the seven, which they activate and she gets more health, as does her pet, which is why she's still using this. And it's worked in like minor tanking of like tier 1 and I think even tier 2 raids. So, and I will either the next stream or the stream after that focus on her so that you can see how it handles in raids and four-mans. I want to get her gear level up to at least 150, 160. Someone higher than 66, because I ran my ice tank through the event raids, the event duo four-man. I didn't get up to the raid with him, and he's a tank, but that group had one of the slowest burn rates that I've seen. I didn't check the gear score of my companions, and I kind of dropped when they were like, everybody go DPS, and the healer switched to DPS. And my attitude was like, on their own heads be it. So I left. Then I switched over to Captain November just so I can get a feel for it. And of course, that group, we had three tanks. I had the highest CR, but I wasn't asking anyone to change. I was just wanting to see how fast would we get through it. Three tanks, one DPS, we did handle it. That was one of the quickest runs that I've done. And the duo, the four-man, and the raid, even though they still have growth opportunities, they are some of the most doable ones in a long, long time. And it's usually the four-man that, I run once or maybe twice. But this four-man, it runs smoothly. On my mains, my seconds, when you get down to like CR 66, you need help to be carried. She can handle, she has a good build, but it needs to grow. Her CR needs to grow. And I really haven't done the new content with some of my work in progress characters, but I just wanted to show you her. And before I switch over to Captain November, I have gotten Bombshell Harley Quinn up to level 4, which means that I do have her secondary is partner in crime. In I think it's tier 1, that really, really long Superman raid. Not the short one that everyone does that you can do in like 10, 15 minutes. That one room raid when you're fighting Zod and friends. She did that one, and it went smoothly. She only has 2 ways to heal, but I had a healer, and we did have some people drop because of those giant stone guardians that target healers. I was the only tank, so I was taking the bosses when they came, and when I saw people going down, I jumped from the bosses to attack those creatures, and this build did handle that raid. But let me once again jump back to this. This ability here in that series, Sunstone series, there's a raid where you have to carry something. I don't remember any other raids where you have to carry some. Oh, in War of the Light, I don't know if it's part 1 or part 2. There's a section where the tank has to carry something. So this is kind of situational. It'll be a while before she will do that. But I kind of like that they gave us something like this. Standard for anyone that's going to be running raids, at least in my opinion, slowly repair your gear over time. The primary objective is not to wipe. But if you wipe, you want gear repair. And I still travel with most of my raid groups with at least one proto repair bot. That is to help the group. And I'm not team allies, but Oracle bot works nicely for tanks and healers. That's why most of my raid tanks and healers have her in the number 2 position. Just putting that on the table, and now without further ado, I am switching over to Captain November. Yeah, I got tired of walking around with the guitar in the back. I'm going to send him shopping to buy clothes and work on the Johnny Cash outfit. I did watch on Comic Historian's YouTube channel the full. This arc has it appeared in the DC comic universe, and this is kind of really close to it. It did make sense because I was wondering what weapon Wonder Woman was carrying, and it's actually an invisible chainsaw. The guy from that fights all the zombies, no, Sharknado, that series, where they had the chainsaw as well. It's becoming popular. All right, let me go to my work clothes. Now, when we get to the fight, actually, I'm going to do the duo in full-on tank. I only really need to do this for that one fight with Brimstone, because I block and I just go down unless I'm just on point. Now, I only have the dominating anti-crisis to rank 15. I need to get insulated boots to reduce the incoming damage from the eruptions in Dark Knight's New Apocalypse. And we're just going to see how that goes before I go to do the open world. And I know it's the start of a new episode, but I really appreciate how quick you're able to. It's a duo, and a player has declined. See, I was, well, let me get ready to go to the open world then. If I have a healer, I might switch to mine. I don't have a healer, but they're at least beyond.
Perpetua has tasked evil worlds like New Apocalypse with collecting suffering from cosmic tuning powers. Which one
that should give us an advantage.
We will dismantle them all, here and across the multiverse.
Dismantle enough to make Perpetua vulnerable. Do not ink your plans with the blood of a bleeding heart.
Athena, grant me strength.
I like the interplay. I know I've heard it a lot, but still. I'm forgetting the Wonder Woman voice actor.
You will cry mercy.
I will eventually remember. Susan Eisenberg.
We are
Eventually came to. I mean, with this, we'll still how good a DPS he is in this
Step
first
aside,
scene.
or our swing to cut down Darkseid will cleave through you as well.
Ha! Darkseid! Perpetua replaced Darkseid with our new master, Darkfather, and granted
It's
him
nice
more
to see
loyal
these
children
people
than you.
A
Back
few
in
more
a
dolls
raid.
to cut down, but we'll start with you.
Alright, let's do this. I will bring out
Pound
some
you
of
into
my
the
toys.
You hostile.
Blow their minds, Mad Harriet.
But yeah, Stomper. Well, both of us are beyond event level. I can't see what artifacts he's carrying.
Foolish weakling.
hasn't broken out any of his eyelash yet.
Cute.
Yeah, I don't even see him now. Oh, he's right there.
You should not have done that.
And he's not.
Dark
Wow.
Father and his children will not give up New Apocalypse so easily.
Dark side, a dark father. We will defeat him and his miserable strays.
Okay, so that's the easiest boss fight. I'll get a measure of how beneficial going full on tank mode in a duel. I was intending to talk about balancing.
I feel strange tremors in the ground.
See, that is your foreshadowing that you're going to be fighting Brimstone. Which
We will destroy you.
But again, you don't expect to have moments at the start of a new episode. Within a month.
Save yourselves.
This will,
The
I won't
kryptonite.
say it'll be like
His
piece
suffering
of cake.
powers Perpetua, and when his mind finally breaks, he will be under my complete control. The perfect child.
From what I understand of Superman,
See, I'm
he'd
gonna
never
break out
served
all
the
of my
likes of me.
cooldowns
Oh, but
to
he
try to
will.
take out Brimstone.
And he
as
is not the
quickly as
only
possible.
child Perpetua granted me. Behold,
Father-
Brimstone, resurrected. Rise
It's an okay
and
boss.
serve
He's-
Darkfather.
I don't think he's that problematic.
Make me proud.
He was a pain in the first time. Alright, let's bring out the toys.
I feel no pain.
Bring that. Bring that.
Perpetua.
Alright, he's going to explode.
Defenses online.
My heal. Now if we can, no, we're not going to be able to build that. Alright, boom. See, with this build, I have that, that panic atomic tank power. Now, mind you, I just... Oh, thank you. He actually dropped the healing barrel. That is much appreciated. Alright, let me block. Now, please no. Now I'm still blocking. Oh, that's a long block. But he's not going to get a second shot, I don't believe. I think you should have him burnt down.
That will not stop.
And
Jealous, estranged child. Now none will be spared my wrath.
I will relish this fight, Dark Father.
alright, let's see what Darkfather has. I am thankful for
Beg
my
forgiveness from Darkfather.
duo partner. I have to keep the Darkfather's attention.
On your orders.
The Omega Beam will finish.
I should be doing enough damage to make him
You will
want to
come.
focus on me.
Witness the power of my Omega Beam. I remain unaltered.
Well, I mean, he's saving it for this fight.
Easy. What a
I
disappointment.
used it on the one that
You
usually
are
irritates
free.
me.
Superman. I suppose you can help Wonder Woman in her crusade against the Bat God Barbatos. But as for me, I need to find my real father. Darkseid and I have unresolved issues.
I run that. He's probably left already, but I was trying to hit the salute button. All right. Well, I will remember 7 minutes and 18 as well. That was a good run. We didn't hit any hiccups, of course. And we worked well as a team. I am still leveling my strategist before I go back to leveling the fun ones. Quizlet, I want to get to 120. I don't know if you remember one of the first iterations of Legion of Superheroes. They had a character which was inspired by, which has a power set, Wildfire, which basically has an atomic power set, and the way they wrote him. Oops. His suit essentially had the redistributor hub. It allowed him to manage the powers within him. And eventually over time, I believe he got where he could do it himself. But that took a while. So that's why I have that. And then he met Quizlet, and Quizlet kind of was his buddy. So I have that. I could change the costume to like red and orange, but I want to show my own colors. But I like that they have artifacts if you want to play one of the original inspirations for Atomic, or one of the most iconic. And I'm not going to break down the gear that I get. No. Trying to get to rank 16 so I can get those buffs. Alright, before we do the 4-man, which is fun. Actually, like I said, all of this is fun. We have, we only have 2 Washington. Oh no, we have Doom Washington. Yeah, that's the, right. We're going to Death Metal Washington. Yeah, this was a fun episode as well. There's still some gear and stuff that I want to get back from my alts. Alright, we're going to pick up this message from the Phantom.
Repel the magical attacks from that mage.
Wow, her costume is like Mary, the DC Mary Marvel, the part of the Shazam family. One of the joys of playing a superhero MMO is just seeing the costume design. Alright, I'm slightly concerned that that's just a delay.
Apex Predators were lesser villains who Perpetua rewarded. We need to take out this evil. Ready to shred some bots?
And we're gonna do
That's what I thought.
the mission that I dislike the most because I hate stealth missions.
Perpetua's ultraviolet core is trying to prey on our subconscious fears. Show them we're not afraid.
Right. Which is the Jimmy Olsen mission. Which
Ready for some sneaking and sleuthing? Let's go!
I know we're talking different universes, but the way he presents his character, Darcy from Thor and Wandaverse, it would be good to see them team up in some movie. Okay, we are sabotaging Apex forces. Ooh, and we're going to try to get the shiny before anyone else does. And I like how you can get exhibits now in the open world. And yes, we're going to run over and grab this. And we're going to grab this one too. Alright, let's do the sabotage. Now, if you're doing a sabotage mission and you have the, Lady Aratus, see if you do, we're supposed to do this one, but if you reveal him, you're going to lose your identity. But there's a feat for doing it, so.
You'll be fuel for Perpetua!
Well, alright, I'm still in stealth mode. Let me just call him out. Hey, buddy. You're different. I'm pointing you out. Let's guys get him. Alright, we did that. We are transforming. And let's see, what's the next one? Let's fight the food chain, because they're like right next door.
Boo, boo, boo!
Oh, well, they were right next door. I know I said it before, but I still want their sword. And I think that shield is a reskin. But that sword, yeah, I want that. I wouldn't mind their armor.
You can only ever
Yeah, I wish one of the things that I do miss with the World of Warcraft is that they would actually have transmog weekends.
I am still the Apex.
Where they would say, this is the theme, and bring your best outfit.
Pathetic.
And I remember in the Warcraft guild that I used to be a member of, that was the thing.
You have only doomed yourself.
We would run old content, much as we do here, to get styles. And I'm happy that we have style unlocking here for most things, because I'm kind of set for most of his armories. It's the DPS one. Oh, yeah, the one that I'm going to change is the DPS and the civilian. The civilian will be the Johnny Cash to show off the guitar as it levels.
I am still the
And of course I have to have black leather hat. And I'm going to get sunglasses, of course. I'll change this book when the Booster Gold comes out, or at least take a look at how the Booster Gold looks in game. They announced that one like, it feels like a year ago. It feels like almost 2 years.
Humans feel pain.
Alright. Ooh, let's see over there. That has to be ultraviolet. They're next on the list. Alright.
For doom, for faithlessness.
Okay. Where am I taking it? It's going that way. And of course, our inventories are being cluttered with the surgeon capsules. If you remember when I was on Lady Argus, her tanking armor was old copper and gold materia. She had a blue American reactive that I was like, nope, I don't want that one. So I went with the older ones. But other than getting those two materials, the styles and stuff that dropped, we didn't get any. I didn't get any enhanced logos, which give skill points, which I sent on to him so he can get the skill points. Or I just unlock it if it's something that I know I would never wear. No, man, I would have done that one if I thought. Which, well, let me grab that while I'm here, too. After the open world, we'll go and do the four-man. I actually am on the fence of doing the raid.
Hideous. Absolutely disgusting.
Because I want to see what the higher level augments would do. And since I'm, this is early in the expansion, I don't want to use replays to open up stuff that I admit, this is the first expansion that I actually got to.
How do you resist?
Except for Legion of Superheroes, because I got the stack of goggles fairly early. But with this, I'm not having to fight world bosses. I can do open world missions, and if I get fortunate, I can level the guitar. Which is kind of relaxing. I like the price to get the epic gear. Now, one of the things that I want to check, once I get someone else up to 350, all of my main characters, the ones close to that level now, they run everything, the duo, the four-man, and the raid, to see if once their gear score gets high enough, will Lobo send them the message so they can get the guitar.
Absolutely disgusting.
Because if I recall correctly, one of the bonus missions should pop after I turn these in. And I haven't shown all of the bonus missions yet. We're at 1830.
I can't control myself.
Now I know this is Legends.
The fear controls me.
Ooh, that is a collection that I don't have. And yes, the fact that I'm able to talk on stream and then spot collections is how concerned I am with the open world
Harbinger Orville
at this
report.
level.
Earth 19, with its steam-based technology, was no match for Perpetua and Apex predators.
Now, that being said, it only happened once. It might have just been an error. But there was some boss like that, and they actually one-shotted me. And I was like, what? And it wasn't somebody with a giant, epic boss title either. Next person we fight, or next duo we fight.
How do you resist?
Now for the 4-man, I am going to stay in this tank mode. I mean, in the last episode 42, in that raid, you beat Warden Lois, you beat Ultra Superman, the Shaper. He has a cone attack that if you're in front of him, you're going to be hit by it. So even though I'm still tanking him, I try to get behind him to avoid that. That just doesn't flow as well in the 2-man.
I recognize my true master.
I think this is one of the extra missions. I forget for which one,
Keep hitting.
but I didn't remember that until I actually engaged him.
I feel every blow.
Right. Now these are the dark
Nothing
rocks.
you have.
And I like that there's a variety of things that you can do for the dailies. It's not as diverse as some expansions. Nope.
You face nightmares.
Alright, let's go here. Now he came all the way over there. Wow. Somebody hit me. Alright, I was saying he came all the way over there to engage me. Mind you, this is a fighting this many people would be a nightmare as a tank in World of Warcraft. At least back in the day. I really haven't played it for 2 expansions, so I don't really know how it is nowadays. I've watched I've seen the trailer for their new expansion. Wow, I'm going to have to use that. Guess there's only. I'll bring it out. See, what I should have switched to was Calculator. He has a radius attack that would be helpful in situations like that. Right. But I like the House of Legends bot because he hits hard. I really haven't tried some of the more expensive allies, but I'm perfectly happy with the setup that I have, and I just need to. So if I take him out, yeah, these are some depressing robots. They are not happy. Okay, we're not returning to Nubia right now. We're seeing what is next. Did we do? Yep, we did the food chain. That we're not going to complete that. Apex is Enix. All right.
Pachuca!
We're going to turn in these missions, and then we're going to do the format. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and see. Because I was just on my backup account. I have some characters, 2 of them. Arjuna Star, Alice Quantum, that are basically collection that are basically ready to start running the raids, and I want to see how well they can do in comparison with some of my mains over here. And then she's Snare in the comic books. She has a pet build. It's not like the Zeralon, who is my World of Warcraft build. After the format, I'll show you Zeralon because I can see the build, but he is the traditional hunter. Lady Eritis, who I was on earlier in today's stream, she just has a pet that helps her with her build. Snare, she has Blinky, she has a Source Shard, and then she has like next time I get the Phoenix in the one of the halls in the Olympus raids, I'm gonna give it to her so she can have a pet rotation. And she is someone that I may want to level the new pet trinket just to see, and she'll use that as an off artifact.
That should buy us some breathing room from the ultraviolet core.
But usually when she goes to raids,
someone's got to take out the goons.
Healer.
Take that, evil, creepy sidekicks.
There's so much irony by him saying that.
We forced those feral herds to retreat. A welcome sight.
So glad you're on our side. Thanks.
Yeah, I want to bring my shapeshifter. I'm trying to think. I mean, her name is Saxana. nature and run the race, and just to see how she does. She is one of my Gemini healers. Alright, we're getting ready to do the 4-man. I am just going to do it from home, one of my home bases. And I tell you what I'm going to do instead of doing the raid afterwards. I think I will stream him, next stream, him doing the raid, and then I'll switch over to my strongest healer, and then do my strongest controller, so that you can get 3 perspectives on the raid. Of course, as a tank, yeah, you're not going to be able to see a lot of stuff because it's just going to be all the effects, everybody beating on me. But both my healer and my whatever controller I run with, they do ranged, and you'll be able to see more. I think for the controller will be in the comics they're called ET. It's a nod to the Wonder Twins. They are the evil twins. Alright, let's queue for the raid. I'm sorry, let's queue for the 4-man. And we'll see if we get 3 tanks this time. But remember the duo, 717. Will, whatever the time it takes to do this 4-man, well, you know, if I'm going to have to wait to do the 4-man, I can, well, maybe. I can do that. And now I picked up some collection, but did I get anything that I need? No, I did not. Oh, I needed that. I don't see if I can. All right. Well, if that was the last one I needed for the collection, which I don't think it was. Oh, yeah, 5 out of 14. Hey, we got a controller. Woohoo! I'm thankful. I'm sorry for being sarcastic.
Finally working on the side of justice.
We need every ally we can muster against Perpetua.
We have enough to disrupt the power being channeled through her throne.
But
Perpetua's throne will be guarded but unoccupied. Perpetua is elsewhere, destroying worlds throughout the multiverse.
If there was a version where you could have a logo swap.
My apex predators, my loyal leaders, protect your
I understand that
mistresses.
A lot of people want to say, I'm part of the Bat family. I'm part of the Wonder family.
Majesty.
Work with apex predators, those freaky half-Martian things you turn our citizens into? You gotta be freaking kidding.
I'm part of my own superhero family.
Insolent upstart, I will feed your atoms to a dying sun.
I do not believe we have seen the last of Johnny Quick.
Interesting.
At least. Oh, they have that controller artifact. The Grimbor from Legion of Superheroes. He was a villain in the Legion of Superheroes. You have to get to like 160 for people to see the change. I have it, but yeah, my controller is only like 120. Yeah, that's part of what I do. I look for artifact effects of my teammates. You know, when I see them, it means that, yeah, we're going to have artifact synergy. Alright.
Boy, did you guys pick the losing side.
I think Johnny Quick would disagree.
Johnny Quick was a failure. He was only ever fit to be fuel for Perpetua. Just like your Luther's Legion of Doom. Don't worry, I'll send you to
I think
join
we have a good burn rate. I'm gonna use some. I'll use half. And I'll do that.
To enjoy this.
And then I'll save everything else for the next boss. Ooh, you see that? That is the Earth tank. Robot sidekick.
Unless I command.
Nobody escapes my justice.
Even Logan's dog can get lucky.
After they made customizable, or not customizable, but according to your power sets, I have seen more robot sidekicks in the past week or so. I'm actually taking damage. Maybe I need to bring out another pet. Because he has a cool sword. That's alright. I know, but
No one lays a hand unless I command.
I have my emergency things if I see my health drop too far.
Even Logan's dog can get lucky.
Okay, I'm hitting the block button. I might have to use it. I didn't need to use it, but I wanted to be safe.
No!
Okay, anything
I
that I
can't
need.
fail! This was all that
No.
backstabbing Owlman's fault! Watch your back, you spoiled brat. I'm coming for you.
I like how they work that in, because everyone hears brat, but she's like, watch your back, spoiled
too.
bat.
Thought you might appreciate him being low on his favorite snack, kryptonite. We have a common enemy, the Batman who laughs. Doesn't matter the universe, owls hunt bats.
Yeah, they actually, that was one of the best lines that Owlman had in all of DC Universe Online.
I am still the apex.
These Apex, they might upgrade the Apex Predators, but right now they're like, yeah, right, I'm still the Apex, even though you're taking my lunch money. No, they're like the Chihuahuas. They're an Apex in their heart. So yes, I'm actually saying I wish they were tougher, so that we would have to work up to beat them easily. Okay, do I? Nope, I have to go back and get that one. I was unable to pull something. Alright, this is the standard bus. I'm the tank and I'm playing catch up. Now, that is why normally I have like some of my tanks, they have the lasso. So when people do like they're doing here, running in front of me, I just pull the bosses to me and make them come back. But right now, they're actually, I mean, I can handle all of that mob, but I'll have to burn stuff that I'm saving for the boss fight.
Ashes to ashes.
And they're doing this without a healer. I mean, that's quantum. We have Earth here in DPS mode because that's the person with the robot sidekick.
There,
right, I should
the
see
Legion
what
of
the
Doom's
other
powers are being
is
siphoned by Perpetua's throne.
Lex, this was your fault.
No sense in dwelling. I am here now.
Luther, your Legion of Doom
that
will
armor
watch as
scout,
I
it should be
annihilate
ice.
you and bury that rotting husk of a Batman.
I will end.
This is gonna hurt.
Alright. I'm gonna bring everything out for Ultra, man. Just to keep up my recharge rate.
I can no longer be broken.
Understood.
Entice him into eating the laced kryptonite I just sent you.
So weak.
See, because of his mechanics, it makes it hard to kind of take him out. Because he can hit people, freeze people.
Is that all?
I like that sword. I know I said it already. It's a two-handed weapon. I would want it for me, but for my two-handed alts, it would be a nice one for the collection. Well, Tombstone is the bigger threat, so I still want to have some stuff to open up with the fight for him.
This stuff fake. I won't fall.
Sorcery. That's what the other power set is. They could heal if they wanted to. Even when I run DPS mode, which I don't do in raids,
I am strong.
I have a heal on my bar just in case.
So weak.
Well, I don't do it most of my characters. I do have a handful of characters that, I made them DPS primarily.
Fools! Perpetua always has more serpents.
The Batman who laughs knew you would fail, Ultraman. That's why he sent me, Devastator, to devastate any hope they had left.
Careful. The longer he stays in that form, the more his strength dominates.
Devastator, prepare to be devastated. Ooh, most of my cooldowns are over with. Boom.
End of the road.
Boom. Boom.
If you can take the punishment, absorb those Scorpions.
Not quite a one-man game. See, with that red circle, I usually want to pull him out. So that's what I'm going to do. As soon as I get free from here. See, we have one person go down. Hey, I can't pull him. I'm hitting him. He doesn't want to play. That's irritating. I don't want to be fighting him in the middle of this jump. Because that is what happened.
Right before he rushes, dodge and lure him into the spikes instead. Feel the dark in the cold.
Alright. I will take some responsibility for that. It took me a while to kind of push or pull him. I couldn't pull him a long distance. I didn't try to pull him a full distance. But I know people can want to play. Alright, let me try to pull him down. Alright.
You don't impress me.
How people want to try to melee in a raid. Yeah, that's usually not a good idea unless you're a tank.
Is that you can't really hurt me.
Hardly worth a footnote in the journal of history.
No time for gloating.
Well, I probably
Let's
have
get
the
ready.
noble weapons.
Wonder Woman stands prepared to lead the charge against Perpetua.
You're welcome for your freedom.
Alright.
Enough standing around.
A tank. Most force damage. That's not all I'm saying, but That's a statement. It's like, yeah, I want a deep. And 358. All right. With that being said, this build is my pretty tank build, meaning that's my only tanking artifact here. Mind you, it's 200, but you know, I just showed it before. Computro and Quizlet. And let me jump over here. Yeah, having this at level 5, it hits hard. I kind of pulled this out pretty much every boss fight. That adds up. With the new, most recent update, we can sync these with our loadouts. I might put calculator in the number 1 if there's a lot of ads, but his build is, he is the main tank. He has to use his innate powers for mitigation. He doesn't have any of the tanking mitigation artifacts. Right. Yeah, I'll do the sorting and the breaking down of the gear off camera. Well, there's a pole. I don't really want those. Well, that, I think that should be enough to get the next level. 7,000? Nope. And one of the things is I have so many alts, but I'm not going to bring every alt weekly into the raid. They give me their dark metal or whatever I just fed in there. It helps him to level faster. Once he gets to max for both sides, then I will switch over to the next person who, and it will probably, let me switch to the screens so you can put a face and name with the characters. I am going to show the hunter, which is, he was originally created in City of Heroes Online. She is probably the controller that I will bring in. She has appeared in Octantal's number 1. She is one of the big bads in that opening series. But of course she has a story arc. She used to be a hero. And Messina, who in this iteration of Seekers and the Liberators, is Perpetua. Alright. This is my World of Warcraft inspired build. So World of Warcraft, they have 3 hunters. I went with 2, except I didn't choose the bow. This is Cyborg's Gauntlet, and he is primarily Quizlet. He's going to get Quizlet to 200. I think he is a little bit higher than me. In this mode, he's using the Dead King Scepter. He's going to be leveling that and then Amulet of Ra. So this is Light Hunter mode. And is that the one? This is Melee Hunter. Here, or Full Hunter. Quizlet, Grim, Sword Shard. Set for 2 pets. I want to run this through, even though he is 264. He's high enough that I would say that he can do the event raids and not have to be carried. But I have not tested that yet. He was not in the group that ran it last week. The stream after next, I will be on my backup account and I will show the other primary hunter build, or primary pet build. She is a sorceress healer. She goes with Grim. She has a sword shard at 1. And even though he has a pet, Paradox Gazer is more flavor for him, just so he can have more pets out. For her, she rotates it. So this the artifact that Lady Aratus has, I want to get it to her for flavor. I'm not going to spend a lot of time loving it because her leading artifact is the what's his name? Pied Piper's flute. And you know, it's the one where once she burns a supercharge, you have a percentage chance that rats are going to come out. And for someone that's a pet build, being able to have more pets on the field, that's why I went with that for her, and that's going to be her primary. Alright, let me just... So, before next stream, optimistically, this will be at level 80, because right now, when anyone gets any, except for him, because I want to level his artifacts as well, I just send it to her so that she can level this to 80, and then after I get these two to 80, I'm going to get that to 140. I don't think I'm going to take this to 200 even for her, at least not primarily, because having a shield, I'll see how it feels. If she gets higher CR, I'll run her in some of the tougher raids. I have yet to really see this function in a raid where I'm not the only healer. Mind you, she's an earth tank, so she doesn't have the best heals. You know, running this with a fire tank, even atomic, because technically, when I'm in tank mode and I pop my Aurora, I get healed. So that should count for healing for my pets. I think I have another atomic tune between one of the accounts. Makeda Care. She is Disruptor in the comics. It will be a while before I'll be able to bring her to the table, but she will get, she might get the artifact. I have to see what her other load at is. She's below 100, but that way, and so that way I could see what it works on Atomic without having to add one more artifact to his table. All right. I thank you so much for attending to this stream. I have unread notifications. Oh. All right. they're kind of superfluous for now. Not sure when the next. It'll be this weekend. Optimistically, well, tomorrow's Saturday. All right, it'll either be Saturday, Sunday, or maybe Monday. The longer I give, that gives me more time to get his artifacts set up and to choose, get work on my healer as well. I want to get them better geared before running the raid. I know all three of them did the raid easily. Actually, before I sign off, let me jump to one more character. I shouldn't have ran her in the raid, but I was curious. That was the longest run of the whole weekend. Mind you, she did it. You see that she's only CR 80. Before, you could run low-level characters and you wouldn't really be able to say, hey, that's a lowbie, unless they were wearing newbie gear. But here, you can see the difference. You can feel the pulse of the raid, and you can like, yeah, we got some lowbies in here. And, you know, it's perfectly okay. You have the right to run your low-level characters. But I wanted to run her because of this. She has the Clarion. And she has the Venom Wrist Disruptor. That synergizes with the Clarion. You know, I still have heals on the bar, but when she goes off and go attack, then furthermore, she's a celestial healer. This is her melee one, and of course, when I'm going into a raid, I'm going to go ranged. So she has 2 heals on the bar. She has Eye of Gemini. Yeah. So she is not getting, she's still using the buff, but she's not getting the other artifact. I don't want to sacrifice the Eye of Gemini. At least not yet. I want to see, I would want to run the raids in different modes. Run it one time. Actually, what I would do, I would switch up the artifacts instead of, and run it in my raid build, but switch the artifacts just to see how it compares for her heals. But I want to show that. I'll probably test her in the lower level raids as she gets better gear. But so far I'm liking the Clarion. It's a neat artifact. It works well with Celestial. On my backup account, I will try it with one of my non-Celestial healers just to have a comparison. A non-Celestial healer that uses weapon buff? Yeah, unless she's the only one that really uses the weapon buff. So, especially as a healer, that's not the common occurrence. But just to see the numbers, I'll have someone have it as an off. Alright, I just wanted to show you that build. And I'm just running through. When I run like other content with my lower level characters, I will start the stream showing you their loadout. And part of what makes running alts more interesting for me, they have different artifacts. They have different, and this really will be the last character that I'm going to show tonight. One of the builds, this is an old artifact. Some people probably aren't going to remember this one. Aquila means eagle. I named this character that because I knew she was going to get this artifact. She has some other artifacts. But I want this to be her highest ranking eventually. The Gem of Horus. Sorry. She is the only character, DPS or role, that is running all precision. The why is because with this artifact, give me 1 second for, oh, sorry. And of course she needs to level it higher. But when she uses her talent strike, bleed damage. So I only have this in DPS mode. The way I would do this would either just do content. If I do it in a raid, when I stream it, I will do 1 Vit, 1 Dom, and 2 Precision. And I will swap out one of her artifacts, her controller artifacts, and I'll take away her heat vision. I'll do that just so we could see how this works in a role position. But this artifact is not designed to be used by a controller. It gives you health, power, which is health is good for anybody. Power is good for a controller. Precision, not so much. But yeah, when I stream with her, that will be her loadout because I want to see how this would work in that situation. All right, now that is the last loadout that I'm officially, finally, truly, the last loadout that I'm going to show, at least for this stream. As always, be well, be safe, be the you that you desire to be.